A glazed ham is an absolute treat. Here I've got a leg of New Zealand ham. Look for the rosette that tells you it is New Zealand pork, and there's a lot of reasons why you should do so. We have really strict standards here in New Zealand. Our pork farmers are fabulous. Our level of hygiene, our level of animal welfare are really high, so it's essential you look for that rosette and buy yourself New Zealand pork. Next off, we've taken it out of the packaging, and I've actually got a whole ham on the bone. It's not a champagne, the bone is running all the way through. With a champagne ham, the bone has been taken out and all you have is the hock left. What we're going to do first is take the skin off, being quite careful not to disturb that layer of fat that's underneath there, because we need that to stay. So all you do is put your fingers underneath like so, and I'm using my middle finger, just gently run it from side to side, releasing that skin away from the fat. Now I'm going to work my way right up through this ham, doing exactly that. Now when you reach about here, you've hit the hock, and what you need to do then is just get a sharp knife and just try and make it relatively neat. Just cut the skin away from there. Here we have a beautiful big ham. Now I'm going to pop this into the roasting dish next before we move on a bit. Now if you're going to score the ham, and by scoring it I mean after you've glazed it and have it all ready, you get those gorgeous crisscrosses, the little squares that stand up. Very easy to do, and all you need to do is, once again using a sharp knife, just do some gentle incisions that go into the fat, across like that, and keep going all the way up the ham and then across like this. However, today I've decided to do something slightly different. So rather than scoring it, I'm actually going to cover it in oranges, because I just think they look so beautiful. The colours look gorgeous together, and of course you get the flavour. Orange and ham goes wonderfully together. Here in a saucepan, I've already got about 1 cup of apricot jam. You could use marmalade if you like, a couple of tablespoons of whole grain mustard, and about 1 cup of orange juice. Now, regardless of whether you score it or not, I love this mixture. It's simple and it tastes absolutely gorgeous on a ham. And actually I might pour it over. We want a lovely generous coating. And don't put the whole thing over, use maybe about 1/3 of it. And then here comes the fun part. All I'm going to do is using cloves. So my cloves are going to be like almost like little drawing pins. And I'm going to use orange slices. They're round, so they've done nice and finely, not too thick. And just go over the entire ham and put overlapping slices of orange. Now this ham is enormous. It's about 8 kilos. When you're working out how many people a ham is going to serve, if you get a ham of around the 8 kilo range, think about it serving about 30 people for a meal. There we are. Now that is almost completely covered. I've used 2 to 3 oranges. Use more if you like. Cover the whole thing even more generously. And then next drizzle some more of that glaze over the ham. And then just brush it around gently. There we are. The oven's preset at 170 degrees Celsius. I'm going to pop the ham in there for about an hour. Keep an eye on it and baste it regularly during cooking. Now if you find during cooking that things start to get a bit burnt on the bottom, the sugary juices that are dripping off start to catch, just put a cupful of water in and that will sort that out. Well, this looks and smells absolutely divine. Now let's carve it. I've got 2 knife choices here. A ham knife which is loosely serrated, or just a sharp knife, whichever one you feel more comfortable with. If this was a champagne ham where the bone's been taken out apart from the hock, you'd start carving right at the base and then just do long straight slices. Because this has the bone in, what I'm going to do is make an incision up here, and I might actually just get rid of some of the orange slices. They can be put back on later once we are ready to serve. So simply make an incision up near the hock and cut out a wedge like so. Then just working your way along the bone so you can feel the bone at the base of your knife. Just keep going and doing lovely long straight slices straight in. Look at that, just beautiful. So just keep carving your way along the bone, using the bone as a guide until you've got enough for whatever you need for that meal. Once you've done that, make sure you cover it with a damp tea towel straight into the fridge. Change your tea towel every day, and at the end of a week to probably 10 days, you know that your ham's had enough. And remember, buy New Zealand pork.
For this recipe and more, go to foodlovers.co.nz.